闇に Spider-Man.
Hey, I'm John here with the Metro Minute. This is, of course, brought to you by Metro Entertainment, located downtown Santa Barbara at 6 West End Pamu. We're open daily from 10 to 7, and we've got a little something different planned for you because Amy has disappeared. She's missing. We haven't been able to find her. We sent her into the back to grab some new comics that we're going to be giving away, and she hasn't turned up. There's crazy stuff going on back there, so we'll find her eventually. But in the meantime, we have a few little things we want to show you from the Avengers premiere here in town, down at the Arlington. If you showed up to that, thank you. We're going to talk a little bit about Free Comic Book Day, and I got some cool little time lapses for that. And thank you to everybody who showed up to that. I wanted to just thank everybody who has liked or subscribed, or especially people who have shared this. Sharing our videos is awesome, and you're awesome for doing it. Anyway, yeah, let's get on with the show.
I'm here with Jaron, former Metro employee. We're going to ask you an Avengers trivia question. If you get it right, you can have this free Avengers night.
I want it so bad. Okay, I'm gonna do my best.
Okay, all right. Can you name 3 other people that have held Mjolnir?
Captain America.
Okay.
I know Superman's held it once in a crossover.
Okay.
And Beta Ray Bill.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah! I did it! What up? Ah, yeah! All right. I'm so happy. Okay. You want a snack?
Today we're going to talk about Secret Wars #1. All right. Marvel's biggest event of the year, biggest event of the summer, is kicked off this week with #1. So we're going to talk a little bit about Secret Wars to give you an idea of the event. If you're a Marvel fan, you sort of have to read it. Unless you just decided to give up on Marvel recently. But if you haven't,
That would be weird.
then you need to read it.
Yeah. So Secret Wars is like Americans and Nazis, but they're fighting on the moon?
Not even close.
Oh, okay.
In Secret Wars, the Ultimate Marvel Universe and the regular Marvel Universe are converging, and the end result is going to... Well, they haven't quite said why, but the result is going to be a battle world, a brand new Earth. The Earth that you know is gone. The Marvel Universe is officially ended and destroyed for the first time. Mm-hmm. And this new battle world is made up of all new continents that represent different parts of Marvel's history and just other aspects of Marvel. For example, there's a wall that protects everyone from the Marvel zombies and the Ultrons, and there'll be a book about that.
Like Marvel Walkers?
Exactly.
And then you have to take a pledge and go stand on the wall until you die?
It's exactly like that, and if you want to read it, come pick up Marvel Zombie Secret Wars tie-in.
Yeah.
This is our Avengers trivia question. Can you tell us who the prison was originally built for that Loki was held in the helicarrier in Avengers 1? That's right.
Yeah.
That's all.
Awesome, nailed it.
All right. Yeah, we do have the sheets, so if you want to pick out anything, we have all of the titles listed here on this sheet. You can come in, write your name, number on the back, mark which ones you want, and every week as they come out, we will hold them for you.
Yeah.
That way you won't miss a thing.
#2 comes out next week, but there aren't any tie-ins coming out next week. But, for example, if you're reading Spider-Man or you're reading the Avengers, those titles will be over, and there are Avengers and Spider-Man titles in Secret Wars if you still want to get your fix.
There's equivalents.
Equivalents.
Inside of the Secret Wars. So, and if you already have, Spider-Man pulled, and, let's say you're watching this 2 weeks from now, and you're like, oh my gosh, no, I missed out on the thing I wanted.
Yeah.
We'll probably still hold it for you.
We'll probably still give you what we approximate is what you'll want. You'll probably want us to put them back, but we're still looking out for you.
So, what are some titles that you're looking forward to out of Secret Wars?
Right, so if you're kind of overwhelmed by the fact that this is basically like a whole new world and you're like, I don't really like Marvel events, there are some titles that are going to be a part of this event that you could just pick up anyway, like they're brand new titles. The few that I'm really looking forward to is Marvel 1872, which is basically a Wild West version of the Marvel Universe with Sheriff Steve Rogers and Blacksmith Tony Stark and Bruce Banner, the Miracle Gamma Tonic salesman. And I'm not going to give too much more away, but it looks really cool. As well as Master of Kung Fu, which is going to be a new Shang-Chi book that takes place in the best way I can describe it is a Kung Fu movie version of the Marvel Universe that takes place in this sort of feudal China type place where Shang-Chi is a washed up drunken martial artist and Iron Fist is more of a celebrity martial artist, and Kingpin's an evil shogun. So that should be really cool. And that, from what I can tell, is not connected. So it will be its own thing. And another thing I'm really looking forward to is Ghost Racers. So if you're a fan of really good ideas, like taking all the Ghost Riders and making them have a death race for their souls, then I would pick up Ghost Racers. But of course, if you have good taste, I would pick it up.
I'm looking forward to Guardians of Nowhere, because that'll be kind of fun.
Yeah.
So, because it takes place in space. And that's just kind of a thing where it's like, hey, that universe is gone. So the Guardians end up like staying on Nowhere, which, if you're well briefed, Nowhere exists outside of the normal time-space continuum.
It survives the great Marvel culling.
Yeah. And they're just kind of stuck there, and that'll be interesting too, because I always like, there's the whole hey, we roam around the galaxy, but then there's also the few bits where, and you see this a lot in like the Abbott Landing run, where like what happens when the Guardians are home, like. What kind of things do they face? And I'm hoping that they'll end up touching on that. But that's going to be written by Bendis this time. So
yeah, and if you're a fan of older Marvel events like Old Man Logan or Civil War or anything like that, or House of M, they are revisiting those events with new books too. All new stories that take place in those same worlds. So if you're interested in that, that's going to be really cool. Also, if you're curious that some titles that maybe just started recently, if they're getting canceled, don't worry too much about that. You can come in and we'll let you know what's going to keep going. But like, for example, Howard the Duck is going to keep going, all new Hawkeye, things like that. I mean, they're too new to end.
Okay, you just got out of Avengers 2. Zach, tell us what you thought.
I thought it was great. I think it was kind of a blending of all the universes, and it's bringing comic books to major audiences, which I don't think could have been done a few years ago.
All right, why don't you show us what you gave you to the camera? This is Avengers Magazine. Come in the Metro. We'll give them, if you saw the movie, and tell us what you thought. We'll give you a copy of it for free. I'm going to ask you some trivia. All right.
What, not about the movie?
Because I still want to say that when they did it was incredibly amazing.
I know.
Especially
all
when
these people haven't seen it yet.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
Wait until you see it's beyond belief.
All right. Can you tell me the name of the supervillain that's brothers with famous Avenger Wonder Man?
Yeah, the Grim Reaper.
You got it. It's the Grim Reaper. You already got your magazine.
I know.
Thank you, man. Yeah.
Great one.
Spider-Man.
キラリと光る光の目
Spider-Man.
安らぎ捨ててすべてを捨てて悪を追って空かける
Change the part of